I had the opportunity to play some of Vendetta Forever. We're going to look at some of that. You're watching Bringhurst VR. All right, so before I begin this, I got to say that we've been doing some remodeling in my house. My play space is not as big as it normally is. And so in this gameplay, you're going to see some of that Guardian popping in. Nothing I can do about it right now, but it won't be forever. Now, this is Vendetta Forever from End Dreams. It's going to go live October 24th for $24.99. But right now, on the MetaQuest store, there is a demo that you can play. And that's what I'm playing here. I don't have access to the full game. Some others may, not me. But all the same, it's enough to take a look at what they're doing. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's look at some of this gameplay. And then you die, and you start over. And then you die again, and then you start over. And then you die again, and then you start over. So this is similar, obviously, aesthetically, when compared to Pistol Whip. It's got a lot of the same design, although I personally think Pistol Whip did it better. Never mind the music that just fits so well in a game like that, and the attention they've given it for years now, just building upon it. But more than that, just little details in Pistol Whip. I'll show some of it here, but just little details. The way that the enemies kind of phase into your periphery and how they appear, how they die. It's got a certain artistry to it that can't be understated, and there's some of that here in this game. For instance, grabbing this VHS tape, I think it vanishes quite nicely. But a lot of the textures are kind of jittery. The gun, for instance, is overly reflective for the surroundings and the style of the game. It's a very comic book-like setup, and your hands, your gun, there's a reflectiveness to it that is a little off-putting, I think. It has some weird textural anomalies to some of it. On top of that, while there are some cool special effects to be had, I feel like the maps themselves are a little bit lackluster. Now, they're going to be kind of low poly, given the nature of the platform we're playing on and just the general design. It's a comic book design. They did it with Lies Beneath. They kind of did it with something like Super Hot. And it's similar to Super Hot as well, in the sense that whereas Super Hot, time only progresses if you move. In this, you only progress by killing someone and taking a gun. It's only the action of reaching for and dragging a gun to you that propels you forward into the map. And so that brings a couple challenges all by itself. You can think of it like a maze, kind of. If you walk into a room and your aim is to get to the far end of a hallway, then you need to kill the guys in the appropriate order so that you can make your way one gun at a time, dragging yourself across the map. And there are times, if you do it in the wrong order, you'll find yourself on the top floor of some place with no gun in sight to grab and propel yourself forward. In which case, there is a feature that lets you kind of rewind and fast forward, jump from one position to the next based on where you've been previously. It's cool. It lets you do that, but it can't manufacture a new destination out of nowhere. And I tried, a gun in hand. You can't simply throw the gun and grab it, propel yourself forward artificially that way. So I think it's a fun game. It's one of those games where it's kind of live, die, repeat. I don't imagine anyone is typically gonna get through a map first time, first try, not easily anyway, on their own. I think you're going to have to kind of get a sense for where these guys are on the map. You're going to have to die a couple of times, take note of who is where, plan your route, and just perfect it over the course of a few different tries. That's what I had to do. And the reason for that is that it's really like one good headshot and you're dead as far as I can tell. And so you don't know where the guys are first time around. You take a corner, take a bullet, you're done. Later on in the game, as seen in the trailer, you get bigger guns, rocket launchers, taking on helicopters, swords, cutting people in half. It looks like a lot of fun. And as a newbie coming to the game, it can be frustrating getting it right and plotting the route that you need to take. But there is a satisfaction in getting it right and finally beating that level. I think it's a lot of fun. I can recommend it. Comes out October 24th for $25 on MetaQuest. It's available for pre-order now. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. This is just my review, an early review, an incomplete review of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. You are watching Bringhurst VR.